What is the most successful chip in history? Yes, that's it. Sales over civilian, expanding from civilian to rocket satellite. This gold one is a NASA space item, and the price is low. The dollar buys a lot. He invented the NE555 in the last century. It's still very popular. At that time, Europe and the United States were studying the use of semiconductors. And on the other side of the world, there is a superpower, but in another branch of technology. The Soviets always thought about nuclear war. Because the tube is M-proof, they forcefully developed the electron tube. In response to the invention of the transistor, Soviet scientists shrink the tube and shrink it and shrink it. Transistors are about the size of Soviet tubes. This is the controller of a Soviet fighter jet. A miniature version of the tube was used. Large volume and high pressure work can indeed prevent them. It's a vacuum tube I mail ordered from Ukraine. The Soviet Union stock electronic tube. If use a Soviet tech tree to build an NE555 chip. Today we're going to do one. First, prepare a blank PCB copper clad plate. Then we need a lithography machine. Don't get me wrong, it's a laser engraving machine. The circuit refers to the drawings of foreign friends. These two parts are open-loop operational amplifiers. There are two comparators. Here is the RS trigger, discharge tube. Of course, making chips requires a highly equipped computer. The computer has more than 60,000 KB of memory. Windows 95. The larger the number, the more advanced. Then there's the PCB design. Import to engraving machine software. Spray with insulating paint. Started engraving PCB with high precision. Make new energy PCB etching system. This is the new energy etching system. He was my good friend and assistant for many years. This speeds up etching of the circuit board. It was made very quickly. The next step is to drill. Install the resistance capacitor connectors. Finally install the tube. There's a jumper here. Hey, the Soviets were trying to confuse their enemies, deliberately releasing false data. Then I fell for it and was forced to use a jumper. Protects against amp electromagnetic pulses. NE555 be finished. Then I still make a perfect shell. I need wood for the material. Its shell is black. Use an engraver to carve vector drawings of metal leads. Then bend. Finally, the shell is sliced. Finally, we close the lid. A giant centimeter chip is done. Take out my Nintendo oscilloscope. Power on. This waveform doesn't look perfect. But at least he worked. He produced a square wave. Changing the resistance can change the output frequency. When the resistance is 1000 ohm, the frequency when the resistance is 3000 ohm. According to this rule, I can make an electronic organ. First, we need to make a shell for the keyboard. Key mounting. I'm going to start playing. By the 1980s, the advantages of transistors are becoming more and more obvious. It attracted the attention of the Soviet Union. So, the Soviets turned American scientists. Some American engineers were moved by Marxism, come to the Soviet Union, build socialism. These two American engineers built the Soviet Silicon Valley, a power that had been competing with the United States for half a century. His dissolution was the end of the superpower. It's the end of a history